What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one. And this one is, we have just received what most likely is the final trailer for Coming to America 2, which reveals the plot to the movie. And in this video, I'm going to break it down. Now, if you watch my first video on the first trailer, then you know that I nailed this. You know I got everything right. Everything I told you what was going to happen in this movie is confirmed in this trailer. So what you need to do for your boy, Black History Month, to support black YouTubers trying to review black shows and movies by subscribing to this channel and clicking that bell so you could be notified every time I drop a new video. And we know that Coming to America has a special place in the heart of black people, and that is why we are so excited that we are getting part 2. Let's go through this trailer and break it on down. We wind up back in the barbershop, mighty sharp, and we got a picture of Martin Luther King, JFK, and Malcolm X on the outside, and these cats is getting on them saying, listen, you came back? You found out you had a kid and you came back. Now, I told you that there was no way that Eddie Murphy was ever going to be portrayed as being a deadbeat father. So I guess they are saying that, hey, he didn't know. That's why he came back. Because I tell you, the guy's got so many kids, there's just no way he would ever allow himself to be portrayed that way. Because that's something that he's not from all reported accounts. And then they're gigging on him because, you know what I mean, because of the child support situation. After that, we see a Madison Square Garden. Underneath that is St. John's University, which is in Queens. Everything ties back to Queens. When you see the train outside, that is the 7 train. The 7 train is Queens' train. Everyone knows that's the train for Queens. You see him meeting his son for the first time. His son most likely goes to St. John's University. That's why he's out there attending the game. You see him rocking the New York Mets situation going on there. One of the reasons why I love this movie is because it's a Queens love fest. You know, Queens sometimes doesn't get the respect it deserves in all the boroughs. You know, all the greatest rappers of all time come from Queens. Come on, argue that with me, please. While he's explaining to who he is to his son on the streets, we see flashbacks of his life in Africa. He is now the king, taking over from his father, and we see this clearly. After that, we see a little dance number, and I think it's going to be a dance competition going on here, going on between the two different factions that are coming up and challenging him for his throne. Something else that I told you was going on in this. And his son is very shocked, doesn't believe that his dad, that this is really his dad. And how could you believe that? No one would believe that if someone just came to you and said, hey, I'm your father and I'm the African king. Who believe in that? And I love the African smile. I love the African smile he does. I truly do. Then he goes back to the house with his guy's mother, and we see Leslie Jones. And I told you that Leslie Jones was the baby mama. I told all y'all, watch my first video. I told you Leslie Jones was the baby's mama, and y'all laughed at me in the comment section, told me no way she's the baby mama. I told you that was gonna be the case, and that's what it is. Now, it seemed like she didn't even recognize this cat, like she even remembers sleeping with him. But boy, when he drops that money, they acted like they done hit the lottery, because they definitely did. I mean, this dude carried gold bars. He carried around gold bars with him in the case. You know, they excited. I would be excited too if I was them. You know what I mean? They had a situation like that. All right, then we see them go back to the motherland in Africa. That is a Lion King reference we get from right off the bat. And then we see the whole castle, the beautiful castle. And then we get the plot of the movie. After they come back to Africa, we see Leslie in her beautiful African garb. We see the whole family. They start to meet the family, you know, this is their family now, you know. So they start to meet them. We see Eddie Murphy. He has nothing but daughters. And now we see what it truly is. It is the plot that, hey, you know, his daughter's gonna want to take over, but in this custom, the daughters are not allowed to take over whatsoever. It has to be a man to take over, and that is what is going to drive this film. So what we see most likely is going to happen in the end. I would predict right now that, it's going to be the daughter that takes over, and it has to be the daughter. The son is not going to come out of nowhere from America and take over in the end. I do like the line. Leslie's like, I'm sorry I slept with your man. And she's like, you ain't the first person I slept with. Eddie Murphy going crazy. Like, what? Really? You weren't a virgin before you met me? Come on, Eddie. Now, does that seem like a predictable ending? I am sure that it does. But in the end, most likely, that's the way it has to go. Could be a co-rule situation in the end. They could be co-rulers. But I truly don't think so. I think this is going to be the daughter is going to run it in the end. Because what we see in this trailer after that is how capable the daughter is of running the show. And how capable women are to run the show. And goddamn it, I gotta say that Eddie's wife is looking good. She held up over these years. Back to the review. But what we're seeing here is a lot of female empowerment. By the way that they show how she kicks Eddie Murphy out of the bedroom, that is just showing that, listen, women can rule. I'm ruling you right now. I'm kicking you right out the bedroom. You're supposed to be the king, but I'm the one kicking you out the bedroom. So that's what they're truly showing overall, that women do have the ability and can be effective rulers, that this is an old school rule. And listen, when his son gets chased by that lion and he starts taking off, listen, I would be taking off. Who ain't taking off? Who is not taking off? No, I love this movie for what we see. When we see the daughter fighting him, we see the daughter whooping Eddie's ass, I'm telling you, that's what it's showing. It's just showing that women have the ability to be rulers and that they could take over anytime soon. But Wesley Snipes being the villain, this is another one I called. I told you Wesley Snipes was the villain, that he was the bad guy of the whole situation. You see that from this, that he was trying to take the throne. I said he's trying to take the throne. What I think most likely is going to happen with Wesley Snipes' character is that we see it with Taina Taylor. Most likely that's his daughter. I think that Wesley's going to try to get Eddie Murphy's son with Taina Taylor. I think that's how it's going to go down. I think he's going to try to gas the son to be with her, and that's how he's going to try to steal the throne in the end through that. We shall see if it plays out like that, but I am almost 100% sure that that's the way they're going to run this movie. It's going to be Taina. If Eddie Murphy was younger, I would say that Taina Taylor would come after him. You know what I mean? But the fact that he's a little bit older, I'm going to say most likely Taina Taylor is going to be coming for his son, and she's going to try to get her hooks into him, and through that is how they're going to try to steal the throne from Eddie Murphy. I love the Wakanda reference. You had to put Wakanda in there, right? I told you that Wakanda was the modern day coming to America. They threw that reference in there because they knew that's what's up, you know what I mean? So definitely excited about this trailer. But you tell me in the comment section how you feel about this trailer. How do you feel about this movie? Are you excited for this movie as I am? Because I can't wait for this. If you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, please spread this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.